Hello and welcome to day 3 and the new 3 ChatGPT plugins I'll give you in the QUECWA ChatGPT plugin Power Play. And they're really good ones. Well, they're always good, aren't they? But these are good ones today. I'd just like to remind you of the presentation that's on at the State Library. We have 2 scheduled, 3rd of August, 5:30 to 7:30. $45 admission for an adult. Well worth it when you see how much your business will improve. They say that it's like having a business advisor next to every employee. And secondly, that each employee will be 10 times more productive. Concession is $20, and it's also on the 10th of August from 5 o'clock till 7 o'clock. So wonderful. Let's go straight to the Power Play. Today we have 3 more exciting. Oh, I'm going to go to the other side. 3 more exciting ChatGPT plugins. The first one actually isn't a ChatGPT plugin, but it will show you what's going to happen when we have the likes of ChatGPT. In this case, it's Google's own subset of Bard. But when we have it inculcated as a part of your Gmail, and honestly, I have found it to be absolutely unbelievable. Emails that I'd normally say, oh, I'll do that later, I can now send, as you might send a message to yourself to remind you. I'm now sending a message, clicking on AI, generative AI part of Google, and it automatically creates an email that I can then formalize, lengthen, shorten, elaborate on. It really is fantastic, and that'll be worth seeing. Then I'm just going to do a quick one, which is show you how to create a QR code with one of the ChatGPT plugins. And then a much longer one is AIPRM. Now, let me immediately say AIPRM costs somewhere around 40 Australian dollars a month. What AIPR does is absolutely everything a small business or a medium-sized business would want. So it will do everything. You just choose the category you want to be involved in, type in some simple words, and then it does behind the scenes, types in a very expansive prompt, because it's all down to prompt engineering, and you'll see that soon. So without any further ado, let's get on to the presentations of the plugins. Okay, so here we are on my Gmail, and I've sent myself a test for Google, as you can see up the top here, to demonstrate Google Gmail AI. So it's a made-up Gmail, and I've hidden everybody else's names for privacy reasons. But if I open up this email, I can see, hi Eamonn, I'd like to meet with you and discuss what we thought were the most important points in the Australian quantum business strategy. Here are 3 points I'd particularly like to discuss: the vision, the 5 central themes, the strategy actions. Please advise if you can make it. Well, this is good, and I do want to make it. So what I will do, I will click reply, and then notice a couple of differences now appear in my Gmail. I can say, help me write. So I clicked on that, and I'm saying, keep the conversation going. What feedback do you want? And I'll say, write an email telling Richard that I can make it and we can meet at McDonald's, which is something I would never do. Elaborate on the 5 central themes and give a line or 2 of explanation for each. Tell him I am
Really looking forward to it. And, that's really just a sort of note that you would send to yourself, basically, saying, oh, I must do this later, and write down a note. So, hi, Richard. I'm available to meet at McDonald's at 10 a.m. I'm really looking forward to discussing the strategy. Here are I'm particularly interested in creating thriving research and development investment in. Wow, that's great. Hope to see you there. I can actually say, look, elaborate on that. Hi, Richard. Hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to confirm. I'm much looking forward to discussing the strategy and the 5 central themes. I believe, yeah. So you can see how much time it would save. I can also formalize it if I so wished. Dear Richard, I hope this finds you well. Bum, 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 bum. You can see how it's enabled me to immediately include ChatGPT, the equivalent of, into a Google document. So really happy with all of that. Okay, so here I am in ChatGPT. Remember, you've got to click on the plugins every time. I've got the creator QR code here already with AIPRM and still open. So I'm just going to say, it's just a quick demo. Create a QR code and I'll put in my website. And hopefully it's going to say I'm using, which it does, create a QR code. So this is just something it does in seconds. So here it is, tells me what it's for. I can now scan it in, and there it is. So I can just copy and save this image and do whatever I wish with it. And it will automatically put it into a promotional document, and it will go straight to my account. So really, really strong. Okay, well, this is the screen, which looks a lot more complex because what happens is AIPRM takes over the screen and it looks a little bit very, very cluttered at first, but this is only allowing you to do many, many different prompts. Oh, look at this. Write a book, holistic SEO, create new words, summarize a website or article. As I've told you before, we can do with other plugins. This is all done in one place here. Images, again, human written article, LinkedIn posts, again. What you can do is you can just choose your topic out of all these topics. For instance, we might go for marketing, and then you might look at an activity. You can choose any of these activities, and then it will give you the absolutely top quality prompts for it. So if I go into research, now the Pareto principle, I remember that from some deep dark past. It allows me to immediately do any research I like. I can activate plugins here or extra code, and if I click on it, I can see that that's what I'm working with at the moment. And this prompt takes advantage of Total Query, VoxScript, and Scraper. So that's what I mean when it says it includes like all of the other plugins as and where it's needed. So I might just say provide a description of the Pareto principle and how that could help my business, QUECWA.org.au. So this is pretty amazing. It's the 80-20 rule, isn't it? I knew it from somewhere. So as a quantum computing expert, utilizing the Pareto principle in your advisory role for quantum girls, how did you know that? That's a project that I'm working on with UWA and CSIRO, addressing the underrepresentation of schoolgirls in quantum computing. So I could say, elaborate on the quantum Girls project. I don't know how much you will know about this. Quite a lot. So, empowering girls in STEM and quantum computing. It's an Australian government-funded initiative. So, the project goals are promoting interest in STEM, computer focus, partnerships, and outreach. Outreach, of course, is a very important thing these days. So, again, you can see that it really is very, very thorough. And yeah, so look, I hope that's giving you an idea of the sort of things that you can do. As I say, it really is a matter of looking at all of these topics in here. Copywriting. So in copywriting, call to action. I might say, how would a call to action work for www.QUECWA.org.au? And you can see it just covers everything. And then you can elaborate on certain things. So it's saying, join the Quantum Girls movement. Are you a curious and ambitious young girl with a passion for science and technology? Why quantum girls? Explore the quantum world. It really is fantastic. So I hope that's helped you, and look forward to talking to you and bringing to you 3 more ChatGPT plugins tomorrow. Thank you.